3 years ago, I looked like this. I was not happy with how my body looked, felt, and functioned. And honestly, I can't blame myself because I wasn't able to do even one push-up, or running for 1 kilometer was just impossible. Since I've made some solid progress in the last 3 years regarding muscle mass, strength, and cardiovascular health, here is everything I'm doing right now to take care of my body. And that includes diet, sleep, exercise, and cold interventions, and some things I changed recently. Since it's evening right now, let's just roll back to the morning and I'll walk you through the entire day.
It's 7 a.m. and I just woke up. I am kind of tired because my cousin's 18th birthday was this weekend. So we stayed up a bit longer and everything, you know, but I still woke up at 7. It's time for probably the hardest habit of all, which is the cold shower. I just dressed up and got my hot water. I always like to drink this after the cold shower. I learned this in my time in China. And I really have two reasons. Number one is it kind of wakes your body up in the morning without being stressful. Because the cold shower, it wakes you up by being stressful. And it kind of raises your body temperature slightly. And your body temperature is linked to how awake you feel. You know, if your body temperature is rising, that's when you feel more awake. So it kind of raises your body temperature, wakes you up a bit. And the second reason is because it's just calming. The hot water has a calming effect on the body, which is nice after the cold shower. Now, reasons for why I do the cold shower. I don't know if I need to get into this, but it's mainly just like the discipline carries over to the rest of the day, and it's really good for my immune system. But you've probably already heard all the reasons for why you should take cold showers. It's really useful. And this right here is the new vision board. It's a background right now. I might print it out actually. After having meditated for 20 minutes, I now made this daily plan. Now, if you watched my last video, you might notice this looks a bit different. And the reason for that is because for the past couple of weeks, I really couldn't log in. Like, I made the first video and it was all great. But after the video, I pretty much just went back to doing bullshit again, you know, just being stuck in the loop. But for the last week, it's been going really well. Like, hitting all the habits, not doing any bullshit, just working on the business, working on my studies. It's been really going well. And there are 3 reasons for that. Number one, I started doing the cold showers again, which just, as I said, the discipline just carries over. Number 2, I've started meditating again, which just helps with peace of mind and like kind of controlling your thoughts and emotions. Or being aware more than controlling. And the last one is this. My daily plan. I have actually started planning my day again, and it's life-changing. Like it helps so much. I have my goals up here, then my daily habits and my to-dos, and this is my daily plan. I just write down everything I need to do on the left side, and then I scheduled in for the day on the right side. Now, I'm not gonna give you like a stupid Instagram recipe. My recipe is to do this simple. It's high protein. I've got everything you got. 4 eggs. Sometimes I make scrambled eggs. Sometimes I make these. Oh, I forgot what they're called. You just put the egg in the pan. And yeah, I forgot the name. And then you get some bread and this stuff, dude. This is from Poland. It's the best cottage cheese ever because it tastes amazing. It's called serek wiejski and it's got 30 grams of protein per thing. So that's almost as much as your body can handle for one meal, because your body can only handle like 30 to 40 grams. I learned this from Gordon Ramsay. I don't know if it's true, but if you salt them now, the consistency will turn to shit. Or at least that's what Gordon Ramsay says. So you can use pepper and everything, but don't salt it yet. Salt it when they're done. Also, I might not use salt for this recipe because I'm just gonna use soy sauce. Normally my mom actually makes bread, so that's really healthy. I guess I have to settle for this. I came back from Poland yesterday. Don't judge me. This is some pre-weekend. Yeah, this looks very shit. Now, the best trick for eggs, which I forgot to do, is to cover it. Now, you should have a lid that actually goes on the pan. Honey under the cottage cheese. It's really good. Taste-wise, honey is also healthy. Just get the raw honey. Don't get the normal honey from supermarket, because in the process of doing like normal honey, they heat it up. And some chemical, I'm not sure which one, but some chemical inside the honey breaks down, which makes the sugar worse for your health, and raw honey is just way healthier. Just get raw honey. Yeah, this bread looks terrible. I'm sorry. It has like a whole bend going. The eggs also sound ready. Let's get them off the pan. This is a taco bread, dude. Look at the shape of this thing. So this took 5 minutes to prepare. It's got 600 calories, 35 grams of protein, 34 grams of fat, and 31 grams of carbs, which in my opinion, that's perfect. You can't really go much higher with the protein because your body can't digest more than 40 grams, around 40 grams per meal. So this is perfect. It's filling because of the eggs. It's tasty. Great breakfast. One more important thing, water. Stay hydrated. I drink like 3 liters daily because I work out. It's different for everybody. It kind of also depends on where you live, how hot it is, time of year, how much you work out, but 3 liters is a good mark to aim for. After I finished eating, I did some desk work for the agency, and now I packed my things and it's time for the swim training with the boys. I just came back from the swim training, and with all the technique exercises and everything, we did 3,200 meters. So now I'm really hungry, and I'm gonna cook some chicken and rice with a peanut butter soy honey sauce. And while you watch me do that, I'm gonna talk about the other sports that I also do, because I train a mix of swimming, cycling, running, calisthenics, and kung fu. The reason I do so many different sports is because my goal is to just have a fit and capable body no matter what I throw at it. So I want to be capable at running, at swimming, at basically everything. Also coordination, which I train in Kung Fu. I just think it's much more amazing to have a body that's capable of doing almost anything, and that's like really versatile, instead of just being really good at one sport. That's kind of just not my goal. I get it if you're doing it professionally. Like, of course, if you want to focus on one thing, then do that. So up until now, I've cut up the chicken. I put it into the sauce to marinate it for like 10-15 minutes. The sauce is peanut butter, honey, soy sauce, rice vinegar, and sesame oil. Marinate it for 10 minutes, then put it into the frying pan. Now the rice, the way I always do it is I put it on maximum heat, and then when it starts cooking, I turn it to 0. This way it's always perfect rice, it's not sticky or anything. So this is how the rice looks when it's done. Now if you leave it in there too long, it kind of becomes like one block. Oh no, this is gonna explode, dude. Dude, the theme of this video is like bendy things. We had bendy bread for breakfast. Now we have the bendy pickle. So this is what the chicken and rice with the peanut butter sauce looks like. It smells absolutely amazing. Macro-wise, it has like 900 calories, 70 grams of protein, 50 grams of carbs, and 25 grams of fat. And also, I'm not gonna bore you with more cooking, because dinner, I don't really cook, I just prepare it. So here's a picture of my dinner today and also the macros. Right, now for the most important part of this video, which is sleep. It's the most important part because without sleep, nothing else works. Like exercise doesn't work, recovery doesn't work, your immune system doesn't work, so you get sick. Nothing really works. Your hormones, your emotions, they don't work as well. So sleep is just the basis of a healthy body. Now I'm just gonna go through the day chronologically from morning to the afternoon to the evening, what you should be doing at those times to optimize your sleep, because sleep habits aren't just like an evening thing. They aren't just don't look at bright light in the evening. It's much more than that. So the number one thing you do first thing in the morning is wake up at the exact same time each day. Even if that means that one night you just get 5 or 6 hours of sleep, just wake up at the same time. For me, that's 7 a.m. and I just wake up at 7 a.m. no matter what. That's because your body has an internal clock. It's located in the brain. It has an internal clock that tells your body when it's time to wake up, when it's time to go to sleep. And sometimes, you know, when you feel sleepy randomly throughout the day, that's because your internal body clock isn't set properly. Obviously, there are other reasons as well, but mostly it's just your internal body clock just doesn't know when it's time to wake up, when it's time to go to sleep. And the easiest way of setting your internal body clock is to just wake up at the same time each day. Now, the second tip, right after you wake up, just look at bright light. You have cells in your eyes which tell your internal body clock, hey, it's morning, it's time to wake up. So when you look at bright light at exactly the same time each morning right after you wake up, you're just hard coding it into your internal body clock, like this is the time to wake up. You will find if you do that for a couple of weeks, your body just adjusts to it and you'll just wake up at the time you chose. Like for me, it's 7 a.m. You just wake up naturally because your internal body clock is set to wake up at that time. Now the third tip, in the afternoon,
exercise, but don't do it too late, because your internal body clock is linked to your internal body temperature. So generally when your temperature goes up, you feel agitated, you feel energized, and when your body temperature goes down, you feel kind of sleepy and you just want to calm down. Now, when you exercise, you raise your body temperature, so that's kind of a no-brainer. Exercise wakes you up, so don't do it late in the evening. Same thing goes for naps, because your body has a hormone called adenosine, which just builds up while you're awake. That's why you kind of feel sleepier the longer you're awake, because this hormone just builds up the entire time you're awake. And a nap, like your body thinks, okay, we're sleeping, so we can get rid of the adenosine. The thing is, if you do that at like 7 p.m, all your adenosine is gone. Well, not all of it, but most of it is gone. And then you can't fall asleep. Now, another interesting thing, and here we're kind of moving into the evening, is avoid alcohol. I know you're probably gonna say like, oh, but if I drink a beer, it makes me fall asleep easier. And that is true. It does make you fall asleep easier, but it's not really sleep. It's just kind of sedation. You're not really asleep because your brain waves don't really match the natural patterns of sleep, and you're kind of disrupting the natural sleep rhythms. So it's definitely not as regenerative as if you were to actually sleep. Now for the most important tips, that's the evening. So obviously reduce screen time and like bright light sources, ideally 1 to 2 hours before you go to sleep. So if you're in the bathroom late and you take a shower and there's like bright bathroom lights on, that's gonna make your internal body clock think it's bright outside, so we should be awake. Ideally, just find like a small light you can put into the bathroom. For example, I have this like mirror with a little like ring light on it. I just use that because your eyes adjust after a while and you can see everything, but it's not as bright. Now, the absolute worst thing you can do in the evening is lay in bed and watch social media, because it supercharges your dopamine receptors. You're just scrolling and you're getting all this info while you should actually be calming down. And in addition to that, you get the blue light from your phone, which wakes you up. If you absolutely must and you don't see any way you're falling asleep without watching TikTok for an hour, use a red light filter. I know on iPhones there's like a color filter. You should go into the settings, color filter, and you can put it onto your like a quick button or something, that if you press the power button 3 times, it turns on the red filter, so it's easy to access. Don't use the like the night shift thing. It just makes your screen a bit orange. It doesn't really help. Now, another evening tip is to avoid large meals right before you go to sleep, because again, meals, first off, your body can't really regenerate because it's focused on actually digesting your food, so your sleep isn't as regenerative. And second of all, digestion heats up your body. So your body temperature is rising, and what did we learn? When your body temperature is rising, your body is actually more awake. And honestly, the same thing goes for drinking water or just general fluid intake. That's just to limit you having to get up in the middle of the night to go pee. Now, the last evening tip is to go to sleep at the same time each night. That also helps with falling asleep. So if you have trouble falling asleep, which I know a lot of people do, just set these times, because that will help your body know when it is actually time to sleep. Now for some more general tips for your sleep environment. Number 1 is to only use your bed for sleep, because your brain associates actions with places. So if you only sleep in your bed, then that's kind of a signal for your brain that if you go to bed, you just sleep. And some other quick tips are also to cool your room, ideally to like 16 to 19 degrees, but that varies from person to person. Make it as dark as you can, as noiseless as you can, just to reduce sensory inputs to an absolute minimum. If you live in an area that's particularly noisy, like there's a street right in front of my window, or you have parents or siblings that are just loud while you want to sleep, just use earplugs. They're so helpful and you will just sleep through the entire night. Oh, and one last sleep tip that is very important. If you do wake up at night, use as little light as possible, because bright light in the middle of the night just messes up your sleep completely. So especially if you have to go pee in the middle of the night, don't turn on the bright bathroom headlights. Like, just use your phone or some little, preferably red light, so you don't mess up your entire circadian rhythm. I'm also done with my day. I got everything done that I wanted to get done, all the habits, and now I'm just gonna read and go to sleep. I hope you learned something new in this video, and I'll see you in the next one.